Hey guys, Paul here from Military History Gear Review, and today we are going to be checking out the answer to an old question. What is the difference between the Gorka-3 and the Gorka-4? So be sure to stick around. Is my Gorka-3 here in green and a Gorka-4 here in black. Now, the Gorka-3 that you may have seen in some of my other videos, this was made by BARS, a Russian defense manufacturing contractor. And this black Gorka is actually completely untagged. It's totally anonymized. It doesn't even have a size on it. So there may be some minor differences in the manufacturing techniques and that sort of thing, but these are two perfect illustrative examples of a Gorka-3 and a Gorka-4. Now, both of these are considered mountain suits or wind suits. They're an impregnated canvas that has some water repellent properties that makes them ideal for use in, they say, mountain-like conditions. Those are conditions where it's maybe light rain, lots of wind. They're great windsuits. The elasticized wrists help trap in warm air and help keep out water. They're reinforced in the elbows and in the knee pad areas or the knee areas. And they are both, of course, hooded, and the hoods have a small brim. Both of these have, the pants on both Gorkas are standard cargo pants. They have elastic waists, loops for suspenders, and pretty standard cargo pant configurations. But let's talk about the differences. Now, as you can see here, the Gorka-3, right, is a jacket style top. Okay, it buttons and unbuttons fully down the center. You can open it 100%, right, just like you would your jackets, your civilian jackets at home. It has two pockets that are both enclosed with a button, right, on either side, right, and it also features a button enclosed left breast pocket. Okay, these also have Velcro shoulder pockets, right, and of course we talked about the elasticized wrists. Okay, now let's switch over to the Gorka-4. All right, so here's the Gorka-4. What's the number one difference? Well, you can probably see this is a pullover style jacket. This has just 3 buttons to zip up the top, right? But the rest of this is more like a hooded sweatshirt. You pull it on over top. It actually has a central button enclosure pocket in the very center, which I'm going to open up here. Right, and it's actually a pretty large pocket. It also has 2 smaller pockets that are not button enclosed that slide into the stomach area. Okay, one of the things that's really interesting about this particular Gorka-4 is I ordered it from a Etsy seller in Ukraine who sells a lot of Russian gear. And this has 0 identifying labels. Not a size, not a place of manufacture. Even the buttons have no identifying details on them whatsoever. And I suspect that this is a throwback to about 5 years ago when Russian forces entered the disputed region of Ukraine. They were not sanctioned by the Russian government, and the Russian government denied any involvement in of their military in that situation. However, there were obviously troops carrying Russian weapons in Russian vehicles, speaking Russian, but they didn't have any identifying patches or unit markers, and so I imagine, or I hypothesize, that the individuals that this was manufactured for were probably folks that, if they had been killed, that they didn't want to be wearing a uniform manufactured by BARS, a major Russian defense contractor. Of course, it's possible that this is just an off-brand manufacturer or a Ukrainian manufacturer who is producing these without a license. But still pretty fun to think about that connection to the geopolitical conflict in Ukraine. Now, moving on, right? What else? The Gorka, as we discussed, the Gorka-4 has, like the Gorka-3, these shoulder pockets, but one other feature that I think is pretty unique, right, and may also be a function of the unofficial involvement of the Russian armed forces in that conflict, is that traditionally, right, a soldier, right, keeps their personal effects in the left breast pocket, which of course we know is on the inside of the Gorka-3, but because this uniform doesn't open up, there is no interior or exterior left breast pocket. And so, where I suspect the designers wanted the wearer to put their personal documents, private effects, right, somewhere where it wouldn't be easy for an enemy to search, is actually inside a small Velcro pouch here on the forearms, right? Very interesting because it looks exactly like just the standard Gorka uniform reinforcement along the forearm and elbow. But in fact, this is a pocket, right? Pretty neat. So let's talk a little bit about the pants. Now, the Gorka-3 and Gorka-4 pants are both nearly identical. They're pretty standard military style cargo pants, right? 2 cargo pockets, buttoning closed on the sides, 2 cargo pockets, buttoning closed in the back, and of course the standard unenclosed jean pockets. But there is one unique feature that distinguishes the Gorka-3 pants from the Gorka-4, and you can probably see the Gorka-4 pants rely on these they're semi-elastic boot blouse strings that you would actually tie around your boots to keep them sort of secured and keep them looking bloused and professional, right? And it also, of course, helps keep a little bit of water and debris from getting up into your socks, okay? But the Gorka-4 has upgraded these actually to instep. So you will actually step these in and your whole instep will rest on the inside of these, and that'll keep the pants from hiking up, which can actually happen on these when you have these elastic cuffs. And as you can see, for folks that want to change the sizes, they're button secured, and you can actually change the instep sizing just by moving this button to a more open position. And I suspect that some users probably just cut this piece of canvas out. All right, guys, so there you have it. Quick little history lesson and a fun look at, of course, 2 of the most popular Russian Gorka suits, the 3 and the 4. Which one would I use for what? Well, I like the jacket style. I think I don't usually carry, I'm not a milsim guy, I'm not a reenactor, I'm never going to wear a chest harness with my ammo magazines, I'm never going to wear a plate carrier with this, and so being able to pop the jacket on and off is really important to me. Yes, you lose a little bit of heat when you have that center part of a jacket, but honestly, the Gorka suit is not a super cold weather conditions uniform, right? So I like just being able to keep it in my pack, pop it on, pop it off, no problem. But if you're a milsim guy, if you think you're going to be wearing this with a plate carrier, or even just like a very elaborate hunting vest, or maybe you're a competitive shooter of some kind, this is probably what I would go for. This center pocket is really convenient because even if you had a plate carrier, you can access it by just sliding into the sides, right? So it's a pretty nifty feature. And again, if you want that extra little bit of warmth, you can get it out of the 4. So, thank you guys again for tuning in. Hope you guys learned something. All right, please, if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more fun military history content, and until next time, I will see you guys on the trail.